everybody, this is Doll Dazzler and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you another doll from my doll collection. This is a Madame Alexander Shari Lewis doll. And this doll was made in two different sizes. She was made in a 14-inch and a 21-inch doll. She's got on what I believe is her original clothing. Some of the other Shari Lewis dolls that I have seen have very, very similar types of skirts. She is missing her nylons and her heels, her high heels, and she is also missing one of her earrings. She is a great doll. This is such a fantastic doll. The only thing that's unfortunate is that whoever owned this doll before actually had displayed her in a very bright sunlit room, and so she got some direct sunlight on her face and a little bit on her arms and her legs. And as you can see, this is what direct sunlight can actually do to a doll. It's so unfortunate because she's a beautiful doll, but a lot of people don't realize that sunlight can actually, it can really destroy a doll if you just leave it in the same sunlight day after day after day. So you can see that there's discoloration, and then there's also a little darkening, patchy areas, and then like right here on her nose there's like a little spot right there. So some of it is fading, bleaching from the sun, and then some of it is a little bit orangey from discoloration on the other part of the face. So it's really, the sun really is very damaging. And it's so sad because she's a fantastic doll. And the only reason I had decided to go ahead and purchase this doll was because she is Shari Lewis. And these dolls they're a little bit harder to find, and when you do find them, they can be really expensive. And the person that I purchased her from, I did buy her off of eBay, was very honest about the condition of the doll, that it was a little bit damaged and discolored, but they were offering her for a really good price. And so that was the only reason why I had considered to go ahead and buy her, was because she was really good priced, and she is Shari Lewis. So these dolls are rather hard to find, and when you do find them, especially the 21-inch, she's very difficult to find. But when you do find her, she's very, very expensive. So I knew that just having this doll is it was going to be kind of unlikely with the doll having, nothing wrong with it. I am not a pristine collector, but this is one of the things I do look for in a doll is, not a whole lot of facial damage. But because this is Shari Lewis and because of the price, I went ahead and I bought her. And for those of you who don't know who Shari Lewis she was a ventriloquist, ventriloquist, puppeteer. She had quite a lengthy career, and she had a show, I believe it was called Shariland, and that was about the time that this doll was made. And then she did have a little later show that might be more recognizable. I think it was Lamb Chop Play Along. So she was the ventriloquist for Lamb Chop. And So it makes this doll really, really special to, one, be made by a very well-known doll maker, Madame Alexander. Her dolls are absolutely fantastic. They're beautiful and very well made. And then to also have it be of a, the image of a famous actress, that's a real treat to be able to have this doll. I believe she was made in 1959. And other than the sun damage, there's a little bit of damage on her legs as well. She's a little bit dirty, not too bad. But she's got a little bit of bleaching to the skin, so I can tell that this is probably her original dress because of where the discoloration stops on her legs. So she was actually in quite a bit of direct sunlight. She's got a little bit of, I don't know if that's dirt or if that's a little bit more like bleaching from the sun. So that's the unfortunate thing about this doll, but she is still very, very pretty. Very, very, she displays really, really well. Her hair has got a little bit, probably a little bit of fading as well from the sun, but still it's in its original hairstyle. And Madame Alexander, she, her wigs, the wigs that she uses on her dolls are absolutely beautiful. And she uses these little threads that are, you wouldn't even know that that was thread. So it makes it so that the hairdos that they have, they can have these really beautiful updos, and how they're put up is concealed because she uses that the thread that's the same color as the hair. So this is a fantastic doll. Like I said, really unfortunate to have that discoloration from the sun, but other than that, I mean, the dress itself doesn't have any, as far as I can tell, it doesn't look like there's any discoloration from the sun, so that's kind of strange that it would not have suffered the same damage. But it does appear to be her same dress. And then on the back of the doll, I have looked for the tag, the Madame Alexander tag, but I actually have not found it. So, but I do know that this is Shari Lewis because Madame Alexander marks her dolls on the back of their neck. I don't know if you guys can see that. She's a little bit, she is a little bit dirty, but it says Alexander across the back of the head. So I do know that she is for sure Shari Lewis. Let me take her off the stand here. And I believe that this is, it fits the doll way too well to not be either, and maybe somebody could have made this dress to be kind of a very similar dress to the other dresses that I've seen her in. One of the more popular dresses that I've seen her in is kind of like it's kind of like a champagne colored dress. So it very easily could be, because I don't see the tags on the back of the skirt. And usually she marks her stuff very well. She does have all of the skirts, double skirts, and pantaloons that match. So it gives me the impression that this is an original dress of hers. But, so I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure on the clothing. But she is still a fantastic doll, and I love to have her in my collection. She's now, I can't further the damage that's been done now because she's with my dolls. My dolls are not in a room that has direct sunlight, and it's also temperature controlled as much as possible. So that way I won't further her damage, but just very unfortunate. Something you guys can look for, if you have a really either expensive doll or even a doll that you really enjoy displaying. Just make sure that it's not right in direct sunlight, because that's what can happen. Anyway, so this is Shari Lewis. If you like this doll, please like and subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching. And in my next video, I'm going to maybe mix it up and do something a little bit different. Maybe something a little bit more modern, because I've only shown you guys some of my vintage dolls. So thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.